All right, everybody, welcome. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're going deep into the world of Nvidia. They're kind of a silent giant, shaping the tech landscape in ways you might not even realize.
Yeah, they really are. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. AI, diagnosing diseases, self-driving cars on the streets, video games that look like real life. NVIDIA's got a hand in all of that.
And we're going to figure out how. We've got some great material to help us unpack it all. We're looking at excerpts from this article. Nvidia, Revolutionizing the World of Computing and Artificial Intelligence. Sounds pretty intense,
It
right?
is, but don't worry, we're going to break it all down.
Exactly. By the end of this, you'll be able to drop some serious NVIDIA knowledge on your friends. So let's get started. Where did it all begin for this company? What were they doing before they became the tech powerhouse they are today?
Well, let's rewind back to the days when computers could barely handle simple games. Remember those clunky machines?
Oh yeah, I remember those. Had to wait forever for anything to load.
Exactly. So NVIDIA saw an opportunity there. They thought, hey, what if we focus on these things called GPUs? They're specifically designed for graphics, right? And that's where their journey really began, focusing on those graphics processors.
So they started with gaming, essentially.
Pretty much. Their first product, the NV1, is a great example of their early vision. They actually combined 2D and 3D graphics on a single chip, which was pretty groundbreaking at the time.
So even back then, they were kind of pushing the boundaries of what was possible with graphics.
Absolutely. They weren't content with just the status quo. That ambition, that drive to innovate is really what's fueled their success over the years.
And now they're doing so much more than just graphics. I mean, you mentioned AI, self-driving cars.
Yeah.
It's like they're everywhere.
It's amazing, right? Their GPUs are now the heart of something called high-performance computing, or HPC. Think of it as massive computing systems that can handle incredibly complex tasks.
Like what kind of tasks?
Oh, all sorts. Scientists are using HPC, powered by NVIDIA's GPUs, to simulate climate change, to map the human brain, even to recreate the formation of galaxies.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. So that's HPC. But what about AI? I feel like everyone's talking about AI these days, but I'm still not entirely sure what it is or what it's actually used for. Is it really all about robots taking over the world?
Haha. Well, the robot takeover is a whole other conversation. But for now, let's just say that NVIDIA is playing a huge role in how AI is developing, and it's not all about robots.
Okay, so what is it about?
Well, AI, at its core, is about teaching computers to learn and solve problems like humans do. And to do that, you need a lot of computing power. That's where NVIDIA's GPUs come in. They're basically the engines that drive these AI systems, allowing them to process information and learn from it incredibly quickly.
So NVIDIA isn't actually creating the AI itself. They're providing the tools that make it possible.
Exactly. They're empowering researchers and developers to build these incredible AI applications that are already having a huge impact on our lives.
Okay, give me an example. How is this AI stuff actually being used in the real world?
Think about healthcare. Researchers are using AI, powered by NVIDIA's GPUs, to analyze medical images, diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately, and even personalize treatment plans for patients.
So AI is basically helping doctors make better decisions.
That's a great way to put it. It's like having an incredibly powerful assistant that can sift through mountains of data and provide insights that humans might miss. And this is happening in other fields too, like finance, where AI is being used to detect fraud, make smarter investments, and personalize financial services.
Wow. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's like AI is this powerful tool and NVIDIA is providing the fuel that makes it run.
Exactly. And one of the key things that makes this all possible is something called CUD.
CUDA? I've heard that term thrown around. What is it exactly?
CUDA is a platform developed by NVIDIA that essentially allows developers to tap into the power of GPUs for more than just graphics. It's like giving them a way to use these incredibly powerful processors for all sorts of different tasks.
So it's like this secret weapon that NVIDIA has that's unlocking all this potential for AI and other fields.
You could say that. C2A has been absolutely revolutionary. It's one of the reasons why we're seeing such rapid advancements in AI and other fields that rely on heavy computation.
Makes sense. Okay, earlier you mentioned self-driving cars. That seems like another area where NVIDIA is making a big impact.
Absolutely. Self-driving cars are basically AI on wheels. They need to process huge amounts of data in real time to make sense of their surroundings, make decisions, and navigate safely. It's an incredibly complex task.
So how does NVIDIA fit into that picture?
Nvidia has developed a platform called Drive, which is specifically designed for autonomous vehicles. It provides the computing power and the software needed to handle all those complex tasks, from recognizing objects to making split-second decisions to avoid collisions.
So basically, they're providing the brains for self-driving cars.
You got it. And they're not just focusing on cars either. They're developing platforms for autonomous trucks, robots, drones, all sorts of things that could revolutionize how we work and live.
Wow, it's like we're stepping into the future.
We are, in a way. But let's not forget about something else. Nvidia is famous for gaming.
Oh yeah, can't forget about gaming. Nvidia is practically synonymous with those super realistic, high-definition graphics that gamers love.
Exactly. And that's all thanks to their GeForce GPUs. These are specifically designed for gaming, delivering those incredible visuals that make you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
What's the secret sauce there? What makes their gaming GPUs so special?
Well, one of the key innovations is something called ray tracing.
Ray tracing, I've heard of that, but I don't really understand what it is. Can you break it down for me?
Sure. Traditional computer graphics use a method called rasterization, which is basically a way of simplifying how light interacts with objects. It works well enough, but it doesn't always look very realistic.
Right, it can look a bit artificial sometimes.
Exactly. But ray tracing is different. It simulates how light actually behaves in the real world, tracing the path of individual light rays as they bounce off surfaces, creating much more realistic reflections, shadows, and overall lighting effects.
So that's how they make those games look so lifelike.
That's a big part of it. And Nvidia was really one of the first companies to bring real-time ray tracing to the mainstream with their Turing architecture. It was a huge leap forward in gaming graphics.
So they're not just making things look pretty, they're really pushing the boundaries of how we experience graphics in games.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about NVIDIA. They're always pushing boundaries, always innovating, whether it's in AI, self-driving cars, or gaming. It makes you wonder what they'll do next, doesn't it?
It really does. It feels like every time I turn around, NVIDIA's doing something new and amazing. So where do you see them heading in the future?
Well, AI and machine learning are definitely going to remain major focuses for them. There's still so much potential to unlock there. Imagine a world where AI can help us develop cures for diseases, create truly personalized learning experiences, or design even more sustainable cities.
It's almost like they're writing a science fiction novel.
In a way, they are. And let's not forget about their work in autonomous systems. Self-driving cars are just the beginning. Imagine a world with robots that can assist us in our daily lives, drones that can deliver packages or inspect infrastructure, and even entire factories that run themselves.
Sounds like a pretty amazing future, and maybe a little scary too.
It's definitely going to be a big change, but NVIDIA is at the forefront of this revolution, and they're doing some incredible work to ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically. And something else to keep an eye on is extended reality, or XR. This includes virtual and augmented reality, and NVIDIA is a major player in this space too.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff that makes you feel like you're actually inside a video game or something, right?
Exactly. And NVIDIA is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with XR, creating even more immersive experiences for gaming, entertainment, and even training simulations for complex tasks. Think of surgeons practicing surgery in a virtual operating room, or pilots training for emergency landings in a realistic flight simulator.
The possibilities seem endless. It's really incredible to think about how far NVIDIA has come. They started out focused on graphics, and now they're playing a key role in shaping the future of AI, automation, and how we experience the world around us.
It's a pretty wild ride, isn't it? And I, for one, can't wait to see what they come up with next.
Me neither. So to everyone listening, what excites you most about the potential of NVIDIA's technology? What possibilities do you see it unlocking? Think about that and let us know. For now, though, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of NVIDIA. Thanks for joining us.